We're live.
Hi guys,
Hey,
welcome to the final tribal council of the season. Kinda sad, kinda happy, bittersweet moment. Um, Congratulations, Carlos, on winning the last challenge. How are you feeling right now, knowing that you are going to be in the final two?
I feel great. I
I'm
didn't
here. I'm
expect
here.
this. So I didn't expect this. So it
Congrats,
doesn't
Carlos.
feel 100% real yet.
Okay. So you have a lot to decide tonight. You have to decide who you want to sit with at the end, without giving us like a final answer. Like, do you have your mind made up yet about
Uh,
like what you want to do tonight?
I still haven't heard like a story from both sides. So I have sort of like an idea, but anything can change. Like I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I changed my mind quickly on things, so I'm easily persuaded.
Okay. Sean and DeAndre, hearing that he doesn't really have his mind made up. How does that guys? How does that make you guys feel?
It makes me feel really good because at one point, after I found out he won, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to be on the jury tonight. But then again, I think anything can happen. Someone told me yesterday it's not over until it's actually over, so I'm not going to give up yet.
Okay, Sean, what's your take on that?
I'm really nervous. DeAndre played like an amazing game, and I know he'd be a worthy competitor for Carlos at the end too. I just hope I'm sitting there next to him because I adore Carlos. He's a great guy.
Thank
Okay, so basically, right now it is Sean versus DeAndre. Um, So I'm just gonna like you guys. I'm gonna give you a chance to tell Carlos why you guys should be in the end.
Can
You
I go
can
first?
go. Yeah, go first, DeAndre. That's fine.
All right, awesome. Um, Carlos, at this point, I don't have nothing to hold back. Me and you, we've been friends throughout this whole entire thing. We started day one together. Hashtag Savages. We said that was our group name from the beginning. I don't know. I just think we should finish this thing together. We were my first ally, and we came such a long way because at first I didn't even think we were gonna even be friends or be allies or anything. But now I look at you as one of my close friends, one of my homies, and you've been by my side this whole game. No matter what we've been through, you've been cool and copacetic with me. So I feel like that I deserve to go to end with you because I feel like we played great games, and at the end of the day, you're gonna beat me regardless because I played a crappy game. So I don't know. I just think that's why you should take me to the end.
you.
Okay, Sean, go ahead.
So Carlos, apparently you made the same promises with me since the beginning, but man, I'm telling you, I have made connections with you. I don't know what DeAndre and you have said, but you know we have sat up late at night talking, and I truly have meant everything I've talked to you about. I've played this game. I haven't screwed you over. You've known my game this whole entire time, and you know that DeAndre has a couple votes on that jury already. You have straight up talked to me about it. We don't know if I have any. That's the thing. So I hope that you decided to take me because honestly, man, I've I actually made a good friend in this game. It was you.
Thank you.
Okay, listening to both cases, um, DeAndre, Sean says that you have a few votes on the jury. Do you agree with that?
I don't know. I mean, like at this point, I feel like the jury are is like a very open vote. I guess I can say I don't. I feel like their votes aren't locked. I feel like it's gonna really come down to these final speeches. So I don't think Sean that's very valid because I feel like all of us could possibly win tonight, just depending on our ending speeches.
Okay, Carlos, what do you think about the two speeches?
Um, I agree to both of them. I see where they're coming from. I've been playing with these guys, both of them, since early on in the game. I've been loyal to both of them. Both of them made me question their loyalty at one point in this game, but I gotta pick one of them over the other, and I just hope they respect my whatever my decision is.
Okay, so Sean, you won one of the challenges tonight. You haven't won any challenges tonight. Were you trying to win this one to somewhat have a case at telling the jury something tonight?
Yeah, I think that I don't stand the best chance, so I was gonna play. I planned on bringing Carlos to the end if I got there, and
Oh, dang.
it just I played for my heart out. I wasn't gonna throw the challenge, but I got stuck on that seashell necklace.
I did some campaigning in the end, you know.
Okay, DeAndre, you laughed whenever Sean said he was going to take Carlos to the end. Do you believe him?
I don't know. At this point, I feel like people are just they say stuff out the air when they get so close to the end. So I mean, I really didn't believe him when he said he was gonna take me, but it's just kind of funny because he kept saying, "Oh, I would never take Carlos. I'm not gonna take Carlos. I got you. It's me and you to the end. Ride or die. Blah blah blah." So when he said, "Oh, I'm gonna take Carlos,"
All
I'm
right,
like,
so you want two number
"Get out of
threes,
here."
you say?
Okay. Okay, so Sean told you he was going to be taking you to the end as well?
Yeah.
Is that true, Sean?
At one point I have, but at the same time, DeAndre has said the same thing to me, and I'm sure he said the same thing to Carlos. We all were playing the game, but in the end, I know how I was bringing, and I have been closer to Carlos. I've made that clear. I don't think I've spent longer time talking to anyone in this game than Carlos. I have sat there at night pretty much having counseling sessions with him. The man is an amazing game player, and I respect that.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, DeAndre, you didn't win any parts in the challenge.
No, sir.
Did you feel defeated knowing that you didn't have a chance at, like, claiming your spot in the final two?
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely felt defeated. I was just really annoyed because it's like you made it to the end to kind of flop because I really wanted to win. I thought I had a chance to win part 2 with the notes, but fell short by a stupid question. So yeah, I felt like it was over. I felt like it was a wrap from that point on.
Okay, Carlos, before we get to the vote, is there anything specific that you're basing your vote on tonight?
Not really. I think I just gotta go with like whatever like my heart's telling me to do, man. Like I've been playing with both of these guys. Both of them told me they were taking me. So, you know, I don't know.
Who is listening to Dreamgirls right now?
I'm in a bathroom at a restaurant and they're playing music.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Well, with that being said, just give me 1 second. I'm not sure how David wants to work this out. Give me 1 second.
Good job, Carlos. How
Okay,
you
Carlos, I'm going to need you to DM me the person that you are eliminating from the final.
Do I get to say like a speech with her or not? Like you're reading? Or you're reading?
Hang on.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to be reading it, so I guess like while you're voting, you can give your speech. Not sure.
This bathroom got some good taste in music. Mimi.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. Did I miss anything?
Voting. There, sent.
Ooh.
Carlos, if you want to read your speech before I reveal the votes, like, or do you want me to read it? I'm confused.
You can read it. Yeah, go read it.
Okay. Alrighty. Just give me 1 second, guys. Like, I have to do one quick thing at work. Just give me 1 second.
He has to tell a customer to fuck off.
No, I'm leaving. I'm just like verifying cash really quick.
I bet my parents are wondering what I'm doing in the bathroom this long.
Okay, guys, I have the votes. Before I read the vote, there's a little message that Carlos would like me to read.
Oh.
Okay. Quote in Carlos's words. I trusted the both of you in this game. Both of you made me question your loyalty at one point. I gave DeAndre my word since day 2, and I'm a man of my word. However, when you lied to me, you are disloyal at a point. Everything from that point on is fair game to me. So the 14 person eliminated from the game, and our third place runner-up is going to be DeAndre.
Good game,
DeAndre, I'm
guys.
sorry, but the child has spoken.
Good job, guys.
Good game, DeAndre.
Yeah, good.
Thanks.
Really, really proud of you.
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. Good job, you two.
Good job.
Okay, now we will go into final 2 speeches. So
Hey,
Carlos,
David.
huh?
I'm gonna like hop off and hop right back on, okay?
Okay. Carlos, you can go first.
Oh, I thought I picked to go first. So, all right, whatever. I'll go first.
You get to pick? I don't know. Do you? Is that how it works?
I'll let Sean go first. I'm a gentleman.
Okay,
Okay.
ready? Okay, hi everyone. I'm glad I finally get to come here, but I'm so excited because coming into this game I did have one strategy, and I can say I truly stuck by that strategy all the way through. And it was actually the emphasis of this game, which is surviving. My plan was every round to make sure that I was safe, that I was going to make it to the next day. Coming in, I felt like I had a weakness because I have played games with almost every veteran on the other tribe and had never played with any of the newbies. Thus, I had to play a little differently than you may have seen me before, when I would be loud and crazy. I had to play a perfect social game. So I was friendly with everyone from the very beginning. I did whatever I could to get people to trust me so that they would tell me their game, and magically it worked out. If I was on a tribe with you at some point, you did inform me of what was going on. The couple times that there was a possibility of me leaving, I did what I had to make sure I did not walk out off the island, I guess. And it was everyone here who gave me that ability. For the most part, I was never anyone's target, even though I was a challenge threat. When we were in the tribes, granted my tribes rarely won challenges, the ones we did receive victory in, I was the one who pulled out the most points, gave the best roast, or whatever it may have been that time. When it came to purse merge, I managed to pull out a couple of individual challenges. Fun fact, didn't know what TweetDeck was, so those speed ones, I beat the TweetDeck people without it. I found out about that way late in this game, so somehow, in the end, no one viewed me as a threat, even though it was pretty clear I was a good gamer. That was because I had you all trusting me. Even when I wasn't available to be truly present one night due to a concert, I knew I was staying. Granted, I had no idea about that idol move, and I feel so bad, Mimi. I had nothing to do with that. When it came with idols, once again, Alicia, honestly, girl, I love you, and I once again had no idea. I love you all so much. I can own the fact that I may have told some lies in this game, but as a game, You all played it, so did I. I truly believe that both of the other final three would have taken me to the end next to me because I did have control over each and every one of you. You may have thought you were playing me. I was playing you just as hard. I can say that I was like the quiet little lion cub sitting in your lap waiting for my moment to bite. Coming into the merge, I had to have gotten Jay and Carlos's trust in that new Kucha tribe. Otherwise, I didn't think I would survive. Then, what did I do? I made you all believe, and you fell for it, that I did not trust them and I hated them. I had some of you say, oh, I know you hate Jay, vote him out. Well, guess what? I did help get Jay out, and I did at the prime moment to get Carlos to trust me and bring me to the end. And look where I'm sitting. Every challenge, I played my heart out. Even when I was in an alliance called the Silent Knights with my true friends DeAndre and Alicia, and I will say I did want those two sing in the final three with me, not Carlos. Thanks, Carlos, once again. I cared about them so much, but I also care about all of you. And I will say, even though I was gaming, I did make real connections with many of you. When I'd sit down and have serious talks, I actually meant it. I am that kind of person. I could say, Carlos, you and your boyfriend are going to love South Carolina. Mimi, it was so amazing getting to catch up with you after so long. Anthony and Jay, it was such an honor getting to compete with both of you again. And all my new friends, John, Alicia, DeAndre, and Carlos, I love you all. Alicia, especially. I had fun. I played my heart out. I won challenges, and I made the moves I need to progress in this game. I never had to rely on a hidden immunity idol, and I hope overall you respect what I did here and give me your votes tonight. Thank you.
Well, I can't beat that. Alright, so I'm not gonna go spend time talking to you guys about how much I love you guys. I think you guys should know that already. I'll go ahead telling you guys the moves I think I made in this game. First, Maddie. I didn't want a fast gamer gone the first tribal because I was still in the fast game versus long gamer type of mindset. So the vote was supposed to be James, but I talked to Reggie and James to flip it on Maddie. That first tribal. My second victim, I don't know if to call it like that, but James. The vote was supposed to be on Kristen, but I wanted James to go, so I brought in a group of 4 to vote James out instead of Kristen. So I blindsided Reggie. Oh, I blindsided Reggie, so it didn't look like Reggie and I were as close as we were in the game. Then coming into the swap, all the vets wanted me out. So I talked to Jay, which I had like a friendship with before the game, and I was like, man, we gotta stick together. Let's pro this shit out, and let's split the votes between Mimi and Stefana because I thought Mimi had the idol, and that's why the votes were split. Then Mimi and I had a great relationship, so I didn't want Mimi to go home. I wanted Beth to go home, and thank God Mimi had won that immunity challenge, and I got what I wanted. Beth won. When coming into the merge, everybody was looking at Jay and I because we were the obvious targets. Even the newbies didn't want Jay gone. So I used my relationship with them to bring him in with Jay and make the numbers to get John out because at that time I knew where all the idols were in Jay's possession. So I was like, we got to take the biggest target out, and that's what it is. When Colin went and blindsided Jay, I used my advantage to take Colin's vote and take him out of this game. I didn't let a lot of people know because this was my plan only. I convinced Jay to give me his idols both times that I felt like my name was on the block, and both times he did. I had a social game with the newbies, and I still talked to some of the people on the other side just in case they tried to vote me out. I knew when my name was getting written down. I had newbies tell the vets a few times, I'm not writing Carlos' name, and I feel good about myself because that means I played a social game. I stayed loyal to the people that I said I was going to stay loyal to since the beginning. I didn't lie to a single person until Final 5 or to Final 7 when Jay got blindsided in this game. After that point, I had to play the game a different way, and that's how I got myself in here. I won 4 immunity challenges, more than anybody else this season, and I think the only mistake I made was giving my idol to the wrong person, and I should have given it to Alicia, not DeAndre. I hope you guys respect my move. It was all game, nothing personal, and just vote for you guys who you guys want to win. I'm done.
Good job, y'all.
Thank you, Mimi.
Crickets.
Thank you, Mimi.
You're welcome.
Sean, who's my boyfriend?
I said Colin, didn't I?
Sorry, I was outside.
Colin's boyfriend, him talking about South Carolina.
You said Carlos. So I was
Oh, okay,
like,
wait, hold on.
I was looking at you, but I was looking at Carlos next to you. Colin, I totally meant you. I'm so sorry, man.
Okay, guys, I was outside. Sorry, I was watching. There was a lag, so we can do jury questions now. I'm just gonna go ahead and start from the front of the line, and we'll start with Mimi.
Oh, God. I mean,
Huh?
well, I don't know. I'm thinking.
You want me to start the other side of the line to Alicia?
Yes, please. If
Okay,
that's
Alicia,
okay.
you want to start us off with jury questions? You can address Carlos and Sean.
I'm not prepared yet. I'm talking to my mom.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
We're all like, what?
I have
Okay,
questions,
Anthony,
so I'm talking to
ready?
my mom.
Yes, I am prepared.
Go ahead, buddy.
Okay, congratulations to you two to making it to the end.
Thank you.
Carlos, it really seems like you would not be at this point had it not been for Jay. Because had Jay not given you your idol, had Jay not given you his idol, you wouldn't have had something to rely on. And if you hadn't won those 2 immunity challenges, you would have been sent home. So convince me that it wasn't Jay that got you to where you were at.
Well, we
Right
all
now.
need people in this game to get us a step further. No one's gonna be able to play Survivor by themselves. And if you think that, I'm sorry, it's not possible. Jay and I was loyal to him 100%. He was loyal to me, I hope. I knew that you guys said because of Jay had immunity the first. Every time Jay had immunity or Jay was saved because of his idol, the votes were on me, not on him. So by any chance, me being with Jay made me a target more than I would have been at that point. If I didn't align myself with Jay, I wouldn't have been a target that early on. And still, when I aligned myself with Jay, I still had other connection to where people were saying I'm not writing Carlos's name. So I think that Jay didn't get me far in this game. I got myself far in this game. I talked to Jade, but as well I talked to other people in this game. Yeah, I had his idol, but I still made you guys believe the idol was ended at Final 5. So if I lost at Final 4, everybody was writing my name, but I still wasn't gonna give it out. So I made myself make sure that I didn't have votes Final 5, Final 6. Final 6 I got it. Final 6, Final 5, and then I had it at Final 4. So even if I lost the immunity at Final 4, I would have been Final 3. So I made I played my game, and sorry Jay, but Jay was eliminated Final 7. I played till 3 by myself.
Okay, thank you. And Sean, you say that you, I think, outplayed everyone, or if someone thought they were playing you, you were playing them. Couldn't someone make the argument that they would bring you to the end because it would be an easy win?
That was an argument I was afraid that was going to be made, because if you saw in all of the times that we were in Tribal and people were fighting and arguing, normally I'd be right in there wagging my finger, screaming, shouting. If you've played games with me before, you've seen that. Instead, I stood back, analyzed what was going on, and I knew what was going to happen. I did know that there were 2 times, well, one time I knew my name was going to get written down, and one time that it could have been idled out. I made sure it didn't happen, because of what I had heard from everyone. Not just 1 or 2 saying, Sean, blah, blah, blah. I was talking with everyone. So they may think that it was hard, that I could be an easy win, but that's because I wanted you to think that. I'm not an easy win.
Okay, well, thank you to both of you. I feel I have my decision, and to whoever wins the game, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, Colin, you want to go next?
Sure. I'll go with Sean right quick. Let me have my little notepad out. Okay. Sorry about the dogs in the background. Okay.
That's fine. They're cute.
Okay, so recently you have been over cocky. Really cocky just because of 2 wins that you've had this entire season. The 2 that you really, didn't even need because you would have been taken to the end anyways, as Carlos made it clear. About winning those 2 immunity challenges. Do you want to explain that? And then second part, I also want to know, do you think you played your game as a real soul survivor, which is outwit, outlast, which you obviously have done, and outplay, which I don't really think you did as well. But, outwit, I was never blindsided by you because I knew what was going to happen from your vote. You were hard to lie. You just sucked at it. But outplay, I want to know, do you think you, listed all 3 of those? Do you think you're a part of that?
Yeah. Okay, I understand your question. With the cocky thing, I know what you're referencing, and that was when I won my first individual immunity. I can say that I didn't mean to come across cocky. I was kind of doing it more for the screen time aspect of it. I honestly did not mean to come across as cocky, and I'm sorry. I saw your tweet about it, and I honestly went to the restaurant. I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, did I actually come across cocky? They're like, no, you didn't. It was just I think a encoding issue between the 2 of us, and I'm sorry you felt I was cocky, and I'm sorry if anyone thought I was cocky. When it comes to outwit, outplay, and outlast, as you said, I definitely have outlasted. I do believe I outwitted because I wanted you guys to think that you could beat me at the end. But the thing was I knew I could barely win challenges. I suck at challenges normally. In this game, I was just having fun, and I managed to rock them. I didn't have to win those challenges, as you said. That's a key point right there. I did not have to win those challenges, and yet I wanted to because it was fun. I still got to the end, and I would have gotten to the end, as you said, if I didn't win them. So I do believe I outwitted. I outplayed because I was here to have fun and win those challenges. If I didn't, whatever, I outplayed enough to get here. Thank you, Colin.
And Anthony asked my question for Carlos, basically, so it's whatever.
Okay, Mimi, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Sean.
Yes.
I don't think that you're just an easy win at all. I see that you played, and I see where you're coming from with your game. I do. My thing is, Carlos was targeted from the beginning and has had to fight. And after Jay left, he used his idol against all of y'all, and y'all let him do it. And he openly, knowingly, had to win his way to the end, and we all know that. So I need to know from you, how in your mind can I not give Carlos the vote?
Mimi, here's the thing. In my mind, the reason you shouldn't give Carlos the vote is because I came into the game, and most of you sitting on the jury, at least, well, Mimi, Jay, Anthony, I have played in games before. Colin said he has seen me play. The newbies were new in my head, so I came in because I should have been sitting on that Veterans Tribe, but not in this game. I had a target on my back from the beginning. Mimi, you voted me off in another game. Jay was a part of all that. Anthony and I played hard before. I truly did have that target on my back. Carlos did or didn't have a target. Depends on how you look at it. He did have that immunity idol. He was handed it by Jay, and then he sat there and was like, I have an immunity idol. I have an immunity idol. Okay, well, I didn't. I had to play. He could have played. He could have been faking immunity idol, but he didn't. He had it right there. We all knew he had it. I could have sat there and said I had an immunity idol. Did I? No, I didn't. I worked my ass off, talked to everyone, made friends. Mimi, I truly consider you my friend, one of my first friends I've ever made in this community.
Oh,
and
yeah, me too.
And I think that I have played maybe the best game I've ever played in one of these games. And I know I went against a challenge threat, but I don't think I went against a social threat. And you know me, I'm a social person.
Yeah, no, I know. I I don't 100% agree with you about that because I thought the same at the beginning of the game, and then Carlos and I had a relationship that I didn't think that we would. He's a very social player in my eyes.
Okay. I respect that.
But I definitely see where you're coming from.
Yeah. I wasn't, and that's the other thing. I could say that I wasn't as shady as Carlos, I would think. Because Carlos, I believe, was a shady player in the fact that he was saying all the way through he tried to get me to throw challenges to him. I was not going to throw challenges. He's laughing about because he knows it. I am not that dumb, Carlos. You think I would throw a challenge? No. He tried to get me to pit me against other people. It didn't work. He tried to vote me out. It did not work. I am still sitting here, and guess what? He still brought me to the end. His plans to vote me out did not work. Carlos was damn determined to get me out at final, was that 4 or 5, whenever that last idol was played, 4, and it did not work because Carlos's social game was nowhere near mine. DeAndre trusted me more and kept me over Alicia when he tried to fuck me over with the idol. That's why I deserve your vote. I was targeted.
Is DeAndre in here?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Can I keep talking? I'm sorry. I just kind of like. Can I ask DeAndre something?
DeAndre can address it when it's his turn.
Say what? Do I get to defend myself?
Do you have a question for Carlos, Mimi?
What?
I'm trying to think of anything I could ask Carlos. We talked a lot, and I know like his game is so clear cut. Like for me, his game is just so clear, like in front of me. Okay. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you have nothing to ask him? It's okay if you don't.
I don't think I do.
Okay. DeAndre.
Yes.
Do you have anything to say about Sean's last things, or do you have anything to ask the final two?
I want to ask Sean, what was the move that you made that you feel like you deserve to win this game?
I'd like to say that my biggest move was flipping and doing what I could to get Jay out. Also, Silent Knights, I stood by that alliance, and if I could have, I would have had Carlos's ass reamed in all this game. But when I knew that we weren't going to succeed at that, guess what? Enough where Carlos was like, oh, I guess I have to be final 2 with him. But I'm not going to go down without a fight.
Can you say that again? You froze when you were like, guess what?
Oh, did I?
Sorry, I'm breaking up.
Yeah, you were like, but guess what? And then it froze.
Okay, so what had you heard so far? Someone's Anthony. What's going on?
You said when the silent night started to fill that you said guess what?
When the Silent Night started to fill, I was gonna stand by them, and I did want us final 3, but I knew that it wasn't gonna work, so I had to, as I like to say, to Carlos to make him think that I was still with him as I had been in the new Kucha, and it worked. I ended up knocking you guys out by sitting where I sat with Carlos and with Alicia and with you. I'm not saying that I was out there playing idols. I wasn't. We know that because I wanted to make sure I got here so I could sit in front of you. That was my strategy, and I stand by it, if that makes sense. I don't know if we're getting here or if it's me or what's going on.
No, I hear you. I hear everything.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, I hear everything you're saying. Are you done?
Am I done?
Oh, well, Carlos left. I can't ask him the question anyways. Okay.
He'll be back.
Okay.
Well, I have something to say for Sean.
Let's see. Carlos is gonna come back, and so DeAndre can finish up his question.
Yeah.
I'm sure these guys.
Well,
I mean,
I have
I mean, she can ask him
jury
real quick. I can
question.
wait until Carlos get back.
Just give him a minute. I'm sure he'll be back.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and ask your question to Carlos.
Carlos, why do you think I deserve to vote for you? I mean, I was with you the whole game, but why do you think I should vote for you?
Well, I think that you should vote for me because I was loyal to you. I didn't have to play a dirty game until it got dirty and you guys blindsided me. Everybody knew who I was targeting. Everybody knew where I stood in the game. I talked to everybody, and like especially my people, the newbies. I was always like genuine with you guys. I always told you guys was like how I felt. Every single time I had a target, that person went home. The only few tribals that my targets didn't go home were when Mimi went home, and that wasn't because of me. That was because of an idol was played. When Jay went home, because we obviously were blindsided, but I knew my name was getting written down, and that's why I asked Jay for his idol. I didn't. If I knew though his name was getting written down, I wouldn't have asked for it, but I did because I knew mine was. And when Anthony went home, because at that point I wanted you to go home instead of Anthony, and we talked about it, but Sean sadly last moment he went back on it. Everything else that I wanted to happen in this game happened, and everybody knew the way I was playing the game. Everybody knew what I was doing, and you guys kept trusting me, and I built enough trust for you guys to tell me information when I needed that information. I got enough trust from you guys to not target Jay as soon as Merch came into the way. And I just put it. I told you guys I made a lie that the idol was made like that was ended in a Final Five because I knew that you guys wouldn't vote for me at Final Five, and even if I didn't win immunity, why vote for me if I was just gonna play my idol? So I used it. So in Final Four, I didn't have to win immunity because if you guys tried to vote me out, I would have still used my idol and be at Final Three. However, I did decided to try and win the immunity to use my idol as leverage to give it to a person that was getting voted out and make that person swear to their family members, that they would take me to the end because at that point I knew I had to try everything I could to get to the end. And sadly, you didn't go through with a vote, but I still had you swear, and I still used it as leverage. Sadly, and then Sean said to me that I didn't want him out of the game. I did want him out of the game. Sadly, it didn't work out because I used it in the way I tried to get him out wasn't really effective. But I did see him. I did see what he was doing. I knew he was throwing a lot of challenges, and I said it in my DR. Sean, whenever I could, I'm coming for you. Sadly, it failed, but I took you instead of DeAndre, not because I thought I could beat you, but because DeAndre had played a way better game in my mind than you did, Sean, and that's why I took you.
Hey, David. Is David here?
Yeah.
Are we gonna be able to like discuss this like later or?
Yeah, we'll have a reunion after the winners are done.
All right, thank you. Thanks,
May I
Carlos.
have a rebuttal?
Okay, we can go to. What was that, Mimi?
I asked if I could please have a rebuttal.
No.
No, Alicia had a question.
Alicia, if you have a question to ask the final two.
Well, I wanted to address a couple of things that Sean had said.
Okay, yes.
Sean, you stated that the Silent Knights failed. And in my opinion, the Silent Knights, they did not fail. Everything that we set out to accomplish was accomplished.
I agree, Alicia.
Whether it was me telling the vets what I knew they needed to hear, or me getting what Carlos was going to do so I knew how to counter it to keep Carlos in the game, although no one knew that's what I was doing. Like, I feel like for you to say that was basically a flop is incorrect.
Alicia?
That annoys me a little bit because there's not a single thing that we did. The only person who made it a flop was DeAndre voting me out at the end of the day. That was the only failure within that alliance.
Alicia, and I want to touch, that was why I said it flopped. I agree that that alliance served many purposes and did an amazing job, but for the alliance to succeed in my mind, I wanted us three at the final three, but it didn't happen. That's why I said it flopped. It wasn't because that we didn't succeed in many things. We did. It was, I wanted you, me and DeAndre sitting there, and Carlos's ass.
Right, but the problem is me, you, and DeAndre couldn't sit there because you guys were scared. Now, granted, yes, I could have stepped up and did a little bit more, but then, of course, I was going to crush my game. At the end of the day, I knew what direction, my game needed to go in and how I needed to do what I needed to do to get there. So when it comes to your game, I guess now my roundabout jury question is, what in this game cemented you as the winner? Like, do you feel it's because you were socially strong? Like, what do you feel you brought to the table? Because when I think back to any alliance that anybody in here was in with me, minus when I went into the Bets Alliance, any alliance that started with us newbies that were in here, also minus Carlos and the J thing after the fact of coming back to merge, like, I know what I was responsible for. What were you responsible for?
I would like to say that you're questioning a couple parts, but I will say that as I have owned in this game, my social game is what I own to. I was in that alliance. I was the vote that needed to happen. I was talking with everyone. I could have voted many times with other people. I could have voted with you. I pretty much had a swing vote like every other tribal. And that's what made me, if you guys would have realized that, you should have taken me out. That's why I am sitting here at the end, is because I was able to influence you in some way. I knew I honestly did throw a couple challenges. I knew I didn't need to win them. There was not necessary. The only time I was scared was when Carlos pulled out gave that immunity to DeAndre, and I wanted to sit at the end with you, Alicia, but then DeAndre voted you out. That was my goal.
Right. Okay. And then now for Carlos.
Hey, girl.
Hey, boo. I just need to know, what would your game have been like without Jay and without the idols? Because clearly you would have left before merge. Like, if we take all of those extra things out of play, how do you, like, what is your game without Jay and without the idols? What did you do to cement your place to win the game?
Well, even when Jay was around, I did my own thing. I didn't need Jay to do whatever I wanted to do. It was shown in few tribals where Jay wanted Mimi out and I wanted Colin out. I stuck to my vote and I didn't vote with Jay a few tribals. When Jay was obsessed with getting Mimi out, I said, Jay, I'm not getting Mimi out. Mimi and I have a great relationship. I'm getting Colin out. And that's why I stuck to my vote. When Jay wanted to get you out, Alicia, I said, I'm not writing Alicia's name down. I'm writing Anthony's name down. And that's why the tribal that Jay went home, me and Jay didn't vote together. So I only voted with Jay when it was in my benefit, when it benefited me, because we were targeting the same people. When we were able to come to the same conclusions, we did. When we didn't, when he said I want Mimi out, but I was like, I'm not writing Mimi's name because I don't want her out. I still went with my plan. So it's not like Jay told me what to do or I told Jay what to do. We were two different players who did two different things that happened to have the similar targets at certain points in the game. Now, without the idol, I used the idol to my advantage. I told everybody I have the idol so I wouldn't receive a vote against me. Now, even if without the idol, it was already final 6. So without the idol, I would have still tried to done the same thing.
No, my question is, so without that first time that Jay saved you, because you were going home if Jay hadn't saved you.
Which one, like, the split vote, the Stefano went home?
The very first time you were going to go home. There were so many times that your ass was
right. Okay.
I can't even.
All right, I had 3 votes.
You know what I mean?
I had 3 votes. I had DeAndre and Sean were in that tribe. So we were 3 sticking together. Now, there was 3 vets, and that's why me and Jay got in GH, and I'm like, listen, I need you to swear to me that you're not lying to me, because that came in my mind. I was like, do we split the votes and trust Jay, or do we just vote us 3 together strong and keep it to the target? But I made sure that Jay was able to swear to me and give me his word to trust him that he was writing the name he was going to write.
Right. I guess what I'm getting at is I still don't know why I shouldn't just write Jay's name down for the W. And you know, I just feel like I should write Jay's name down for the win, because I can see what you did, and like I know what you did, based off of like the game that we had together, you know, so like I kind of know what you were doing and I understand how you got to where you are, but I don't know, it's just going to be a tough thing. I still think
mean,
you played a good game. You were a target the whole time, you know.
right. I think what people are getting confused is that they feel like I played Jay's game. They never told me, or Jay
No,
never
it's not. No,
made me
no.
right.
They don't. Well, I don't feel like you played Jay's game. I just feel
Me
that
either.
Jay was a intricate part in your game. You know, if that makes sense. Like I feel it was an intricate part of your game. So I'm just saying, are you giving Jay the credit that he's due, or are you just gonna take all this for yourself?
No, bro, like, oh, sorry. Every time somebody talks to me in this game to the end, they were like, "Can you stop bringing Jay's name?" And because every time I said, when you guys blindsided, like that was like my ride or die right there. You guys blindsided him. At that point, I'm not with you guys. I'm not 100% with you guys, and it made me question you guys because I've always been loyal to and honest to you guys. When you guys lied to me, at that point, I had to change my game up and not play loyal or an honest
As
game
loyal.
anymore.
Mhm.
As
Okay.
loyal.
Okay.
So I definitely used Jay to my advantage, but definitely, I said it a few times. If it wasn't because of Jay's idol that he gave me twice, I wouldn't have been in the game. But also, you gotta, if I didn't make that strong connection and I didn't bro it out with him, he wouldn't have given me idols because you don't be giving idols to random people like that.
You gave it to DeAndre. What's your excuse for that?
Because I used it as leverage. I knew I wasn't gonna home because I had the immunity idol. I mean, not the immunity, the necklace. So I gave it to somebody, that the person that was going home, so I could make him swear that if I lose by any chance in the final challenges, he would take me to the end. Because I knew that I had to take myself because nobody else would.
Can
So I
I
had to use it as
can I not,
leverage.
can I
Gotcha.
say something?
Okay.
Okay, I'll just wait till you. Never mind.
Oh no, go. I was done. You good?
I don't
I
think
have a
I'm.
question
I don't
for
think it's my
Carlos
turn.
though.
I don't think it's
What's
my
up?
turn to talk.
Yo, wait, hold up. We're getting ahead of ourselves here. You guys all had a chance to ask each other questions. Don't butt in when other stuff comes up. We're gonna bring that up at reunion. Colin, you could ask another question because you didn't have one for Carlos. Now you do.
Okay. So, Carlos, even though Alicia just asked it, you delivered it poorly, and I'm going to say that now. She asked you, what would you do if Jay was basically not in the game at all, and you didn't have that idol at all? Like, you would have gone home, and I want you to process through your head. There would have been no other way around it. You would have gone home. So my question to you is, because Sean has delivered it great when I asked, what have you done by yourself? I know that this game is with numbers, so don't say you can't play it by yourself, but Sean did, because he came to every single one in this
Alright.
game and said what that needed to be said. But what have you done to be a sole survivor? Because so far with your questions that you've been asked, you keep on referring to Idol, Jay, and Sean, like your other people that you worked with. But when Sean
Okay.
answered his question, he answered it with himself. No one else in that
So
question.
you want to know everything I did by myself without idols?
Yeah, that's not with someone else's move, because any move that you said so far, Sean has also declared that that was his. So everyone in
Okay.
jury right now, I bet you is sitting here like, well, who actually did it? And Sean's delivering it better. So I want to know what you have to say.
Okay. So do you want to know pre-jury and everything? Just
I
clearing
mean,
up
I would like
everything.
basically, I mean, not real. I don't want you to sit here and talk for 10 more minutes. I mean, as much as I love hearing your
Got it.
voice, I guess
know
I
you
don't.
do.
I just want you to. Yeah. Okay.
I'll go to the point. Well, Maddie's eviction or elimination was all my move because, like I said in my speech, I didn't want a fast gamer going first. James was all my move because I was the person that brought in that alliance, and everybody was keep asking me what to do, and I told them what to do. James was also my move. Calling you, I used my advantage to get you out of the game. That was my move because nobody else thought of that. I played the game. You guys keep saying stop bringing the idol up, but sadly the idol was in the game, so I had to use the idol to my advantage, and I did, and I was able to get to this point in the game when everybody was targeting me. The vets had a plan to get me out. They all had a deal to get me out, and I knew I was a target since before merge. So when I was able to use whatever I had in this game because I was literally like a target. So Sean wasn't a target. Sean's name wasn't being tossed around every 2 seconds. So whatever I had to use to my advantage, I had to. Whether it was an idol, whether you have an advantage, or whether you had numbers, I had to do whatever I had to do, telling people who to vote. Everybody, I had to talk to Mimi and tell her my whole game, so she wouldn't like. She's right here. I told her my whole game because I
Mhm.
knew she was on the opposite side of my alliance, and I wanted someone from the opposite side to feel close to me to be able to tell me information if if needed. I won by myself 4 immunities. I made moves by myself.
Mhm.
Like, you can't make a move by yourself. It's almost rare in this game because you need somebody, unless every vote is on you and you cancel every vote by using an idol and vote one person out, you need someone else to vote with you. So I got those people to vote with me. I was never joining people. Always got people to join me, if you understand what I'm saying.
I guess I do. You keep on going back still to that whole idol thing that you never got yourself. As much as you know Jay and you talked to him to get you that idol, which is a social game point, which is good. I agree with you. You had a good social game to get that idol, but you never earned it yourself. You didn't earn 3 of them. He earned all of them. But
Right.
I understand your social game in that. But I mean, I also just wanted you to own up to something that you did. And getting me out, I also heard was Anthony's, but I also heard it was Sean's.
Anthony,
Yeah, because he was the one that was apparently talking to Sean and then all these other people. That's all for
nobody knew
reunion, but
you
that's
were
all for
going out.
reunion. I'm fine with that, but I'm just saying, like,
I
all the
did.
game moves that you keep on saying to me, it just sounds like it could also be someone else's, not yours. But when Sean was
No.
telling me his game moves were solely his game moves, and he voted with the people he needed to, and every single answer that you kept on giving every single person in this jury,
This is dragging
it
on.
made it look like, someone was never blindsided versus someone that was blindsided half of the time. So that's what my point is. But
Sean was blindsided when the idol situation. Sean, Alicia's right there. I was in the phone with Alicia when I received the message from David saying you won the immunity,
And
and
I admitted that I was blindsided by that one time. But I did know you were trying to get me out, and I worked my magic on DeAndre, and he flipped the vote on Alicia for when he did play the idol that you gave him. You're right, I was blindsided that one time. But you named like 5 times you were blindsided.
okay,
I don't
well, we
have
get
that
it.
because
Okay,
I
we're
wasn't.
good.
okay,
I just
but
gotta-
can I just
No,
say
no, it's
something?
okay.
We're gonna
Alicia,
move on
I'll
to
get it.
John next because I feel like this is dragging out. Let's go to John, then we're gonna get to the votes. John, you here, buddy?
But wait, I don't think Jay got to ask his question
Oh,
yet.
that's right. Jay didn't. Okay. Jay, go ahead and go first, and then John will go.
Alright. I don't really have any questions, but I have more to say to Jerry. This is like just ridiculous. I feel like you guys are
Me
being
too.
ridiculous. I feel like this is ridiculous. If you guys thinking that I played like if it was my way, I would be there right now. I would have played myself into the finals. That wasn't me at all whatsoever. If anything, I needed Carlos more than he needed me ever in this game. Giving his idol away, he made me feel like I needed him to I need to give my idol to him more than I needed for myself. So let's not get it twisted. I mean, Carlos has not only been the best newbie, he's been the best player this whole season. And I'll say that right now. Not me, not anybody else, definitely not Sean. I mean, Sean could have been voted out any time, and the game would have still gone on the same way. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not give this guy too much credit. Guys, this was an easy vote before. Let's keep it the same way. Carlos, you played an amazing game, man.
Thank you, brother.
I'm giving it up to you, man. Like, idol or not, he used the idol his way. Like, I was not gonna be able to use idol anyway. I would have been able to use that way. Like, Final 5, he used it a way that people thought it was gonna be. He would have to use that. He didn't get any votes. Sean, you didn't vote for him. You wanted him out. You didn't vote for him. Final 5. So let's not get it twisted, man. You can give yourself credit, but let's not give yourself imaginary credit right now. This was an easy vote. Let's just keep it that way. All right. You have something to say, Sean?
Yeah, let me just say, once again, Carlos is using Jay to his benefit right now.
He's not
Once
using it
again,
anyway.
Jay is
He
benefiting
didn't tell me
Carlos
to.
at the end for your guys' vote.
No,
I'm not
no,
using Jay.
no.
Wait, Carlos, would you have an amazing speech going your way right now without Jay? Once again, Jay,
Since
I
I'm
don't
not
know
good
if
at
you're
it,
out here hurting
I
it
heard.
because you are
The
safe.
point
Every
is,
time you tend to boost Carlos when
the point is,
Carlos's game has apparently been sucking your balls. Like,
Sean, the point is, okay, can I speak? The point is, if I play such an amazing game, not Carlos, I would be there right now, but I'm not. He's there on his own game. He
And
made a
so am I. So why aren't you saying that about me?
We're not.
Carlos
Listen,
is
hey, listen.
and you're
Hey,
not
do you have a question
Carlos.
for Sean?
I have something to say.
Well, hold on. Jay, do you have a question for Sean?
He's been asking.
No, I'm not. I don't have any questions for anybody.
Okay.
I have
Sean,
nothing
you're
to do.
next. Let's get this over with, guys. Or you guys could fight at the finale. It's all good. You guys had questions. You guys got to say what you got to say. And now we're just going through the line. John, you're next. Go ahead, buddy. You're on mute.
Hello.
Hi, John.
Hey guys. Sorry about that. All right. So before that,
You're
I don't
late.
know. I've been up into things. I'm very late. So my initial question was, how many times? And you guys may have addressed this already. How many times were you blindsided by a vote post merge? That goes to both of you.
Me?
Yeah, Sean
Truly
and Carlos.
Mine was the once when Carlos told DeAndre and gave him the idol and tried to get me out, but DeAndre went against him because I used DeAndre to my advantage. That was my one blindside that I was like, whoa.
Are you serious? I'm Mimi's blindside to you because you didn't know about that, but continue, Eddie.
That's true. But you knew? Did you or did you not know?
I knew about it, but Sean didn't.
Oh, Mimi's, I was at the concert, so I had no clue what was going on that whole night, so that's why I don't own up to that one, and I will be straight up with you. I honestly had no signal. I didn't see it till like 3 hours later.
Okay. And then Carlos, same question.
I was blindsided when Jay went home, and I was blindsided when Alicia went home.
And you were blindside, yeah, when Alicia went home. Thank you.
And when DeAndre, or when, okay, so wait, so just two for you too?
Yeah, the one that DeAndre you voted for Alicia instead of Sean.
All right, that's it.
Okay, I'm going to give Sean and Carlos one last chance to sway the jury. You guys have a minute each. If you go over the minute, I'm going to cut in and I'm going to say just shut up, okay?
Sounds good.
So, okay, Sean, go ahead and go first.
Sounds good. As you guys have seen, I've owned up to my game. I have said everything that I do. I told you my game moves. Everything that I've seen in this chat has been Carlos to Jay, Carlos to Jay. You admit it. Even when Jay came on to talk, what did he do? Once again, he was trying to boost Carlos up to you guys because all Carlos can do is play Jay's game. And you're wrong. If I would have left this, different people would have moved forward because I was the vote swapping back and forth. And guess what? If Carlos would have left, or if Jay would have left, I would have still most likely been sitting in this spot or damn near close because I didn't trust anyone to that extent like Carlos did to Jay. I did not have to use anyone. He had to, no matter what he says. I have played a fantastic social game. I do love every single one of you. As I said, it has been the most fun time I've had. Stressful as hell, don't get me wrong. You're going to see my confessionals. I'm like, ah! But it was fun, and I really hope you respect my gameplay, respect what I've done here, and give me my vote. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Carlos, go ahead. You got 1 minute.
All right, I'm gonna keep it short. My moves are out there. I mean, he could like go talk about butterflies, flowers, and shit. I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm gonna keep it short and simple. Jay didn't tell me what to do in this game. I told myself what to do. I always wrote the person's name who I wanted it to write. And I used the idol to my advantage. I used everything I could in this game to my advantage to move forward in the game. I trusted people, and that's my downfall. But what am I supposed to do? I'm a trusting person, and vote for me if you guys want. Don't vote for me if you guys don't want. I think I played the best game. I think all the moves that I wanted to make, I made in this game, and I never followed anybody. I never had to ask people who to vote for because my mind was made up. I just had to get other people to do it. And I never had to use my idol, by the way. I gave it away.
You used it then, because you were trying to get me out.
I never had to use it. I used it for myself. I was always safe.
You used it.
I gave it away.
Okay. With that being said, I'm going to ask you guys one by one to vote, okay? And you're going to be DMing D2BB, my account.
You said we would get breaks to pay, right?
So I want Alicia to cast her vote. to win the game.
Wow, nice, I guess.
Honestly, I think that both of you guys are deserving final two. I can't wait for everybody to watch the episodes because they're really good.
I'm excited. It was a fun game.
Okay, Anthony, cast your vote.
Can I
Hey,
say a little
David.
speech, or should I just?
DM me.
Okay, but can I like say a speech like in here or not?
What?
No, just do the vote.
Okay.
I'm like about to pee my pants, like, if you wouldn't answer me.
Good luck, you two.
Thank you, Anthony.
Yeah.
Okay, Colin.
Oh my god, I'm still deciding, but okay, I'll just DM it. Good job, you two. I'm just gonna be voting for the person I feel like had the hardest route to get there.
Can you hear me? I'll be right back.
Okay, DeAndre.
Done.
Jay.
When will you upload the episodes? Do you know?
I'm gonna release like the first 3 tonight.
Sweet.
Right after this, right after reunion and stuff. Next, John. You there, John? He said, yeah. Okay, and Amy?
Me? Did you say me?
Yeah.
Did you say we could say something?
No.
Just,
Oh, okay.
No, you can't.
just send your vote. Okay? I don't want to give anything away.
Okay. I'll save it.
Alright. I'll go tally the votes.
Guys, no matter what happened, it actually was a lot of fun. Thank you so much. I know I've said a lot, but I had a great time, so it means a lot.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this
I don't know
game.
where you're at because you guys were two newbies that came into a vet field season. That was
This season was really good, actually, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Can't wait to see these episodes.
I've never seen like an episode like for this type of game before, so should be fun.
I don't know why I decided to do the episodes, but I'm really glad that I did because
You should do them for all seasons, or
it's too much work.
Look at David making history.
yes.
Okay, I'm going to tweet. Should I tweet it out or?
No, I think you should
Say them in
say it
here.
'cause it's
Okay,
live.
I'm going to say that I made all these little freaking these little pads with their names on it. But okay, I'll say it in here. Okay, I have the votes. Tonight you want to see your name on these ballots, whatever they're called. The person with the most votes will win the game of Survivor, the $1 million.
Okay, I
And
asked
the
Andy because I got
title
into
of
my
Soul
bed
Survivor.
and I totally did not even think, like, I'm wearing
Alright, here we go.
I'm wearing a dress.
Tara, shut the hell up. Just kidding, babe. I love you.
I'm so
Okay.
It's wide open.
First vote is for Carlos.
Thank you.
Second vote for Sean.
Thank you, guys.
Third vote is for Carlos.
David's, game.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's for now.
Fourth vote is for Sean.
Thank you.
2 votes Sean, 2 votes Carlos. 3 votes left. Fifth vote is for Carlos.
Thank you.
3 votes Carlos, 2 votes Sean. Sixth vote is for. Let me chug a beer real quick.
Do you get to see, like when you're alone, do you get to see everything, or is that just prediction writers?
And the winner of DDBB 8 is Carlos. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Congrats, Carlos.
Good job,
Very good job, Sean.
The vote was 5 to 2, guys.
And Sean, you were so close to getting my vote, and then you just said you would have been there to the end no matter what, and then that just made me feel like you didn't play you didn't try hard enough to, like, you know, and that's why I'm sorry, man.
Oh no, I understand, Colin. Was the last vote for
Really
Carlos?
good final 2.
Just
It was really hard. I thought it was gonna be an easy vote, and I was so wrong.
Good job, Sean. Good job,
Yeah,
Carlos.
you should have seen the jury chat. It was going. People
Back and
were
forth.
crazy.
Well, I knew I was fighting. I knew when it turned out to be Carlos to me at the end. I knew I was fighting for a hard spot, so I just owned up what I did, and I hope you guys at least respected what I did.
For sure.
It was
It didn't make it.
Sean, I think that a lot of things will come clear in the episodes, and thanks for Carlos too, because you didn't really sum up some of the stuff that you did, and it was annoying.
Mhm.
You guys both did really good moves, but you guys didn't own up or speak about them.
Mhm.
So it was kind of disappointing, but they'll see in the episodes if they watch them.
Okay. Well, I'm very excited, and this was honestly, guys, I am so happy I got to play with so many of you. Like, I've been wanting to play a game with Colin for so long. Like, I've seen him play other games. Like, it was so cool meeting DeAndre and Carlos. Like, this has been a great time. Alicia, honestly, I love you to death. Like, thank you so much. And
I
Anthony,
love y'all. I love you, Sean, dude.
Aww.
Wait, is this the
I love
reunion now? Like, is that?
Yeah, we could jump right into the
Oh
reunion.
wait,
Excellent.
just say Anthony, what's good?
Wait, hold on. Before you guys start drama, let me tweet out the fan favorite and DR award, okay? And
okay.
let me tweet out this is Winter Graphic.
What did Carlos say?
Carlos won.
Congrats, Carlos and Sean. You guys played an amazing game.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and get to. I didn't even close the fan favorite poll. I'm gonna close it now. So. All right. We're gonna go to fan favorite. Fan favorite of the season. Music. What are you guys doing?
That was Jay.
No, I'm not.
Fuck you up, Jay.
I thought
Hey,
I
that
was,
was Jay, not Carlos. Remember?
I thought I was on mute.
Oh my god.
No one's on copyright you for the future, anyways.
What the fuck is this guy's at? I'm sorry. Fan favorite for BDBB is with 17 votes.
Oh, yay.
And the last award going out tonight is the DR Award, which I appreciate highly because I couldn't. You guys, both of you guys, it's going to be a shared award. Give me the inspiration to make episodes for this season.
You guys play
No award. I didn't want to make your own graphics, so that's too much work for me.
Are you going to post the results of the poll?
Yeah, I will in a minute.
I have all these like white fuzzies all over my pajamas. I didn't do crap today.
You guys both did really good DRs, and I couldn't decide a winner. Any guesses?
Alicia and Sean.
Yeah, that's my guess.
I bet you it's gonna be. Oh.
Oh,
Jay.
Sean and Jay.
Yeah, you guys were awesome.
I mean, I don't know about Jay because of his roast. That 2 second.
Jay's roast. I think Jay, you were throwing that competition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me to. I was like, "Fuck you, Jay. I'm not throwing back crap."
So yeah, I don't know. Jay and Sean, I just always look forward to hearing theirs. And then Carlos also had good DRs too.
Thank you.
I was saying like 2 DRs a day too.
Yeah, but these guys lasted, like Carlos and Sean and DeAndre, they all lasted longer. It's just you went out early, and so I just think that you guys deserved it. So stop changing your fucking head.
Dude, why did you change your ad again?
No.
Because I want to.
All right, we're at reunion. So anything that needs to be discussed, let's discuss it.
Okay, I'll go first. So what's good, Anthony?
Oh shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes,
First off,
Colin.
you come
Yes,
for
Colin.
a vote
Real life, who
poll
this?
in the Black Wives chat with me in it, and
What?
then I asked you a very, I guess if it was a clocked way, I am okay with that since I still don't like you, and in about an hour you're getting blocked again, possibly.
Alright, I
Just
don't
kidding,
give a
you know
fuck.
you're not. We already talked about that. So anyways, but my question is, like, with me being in there, like, what was that about? Because when I asked you, what have you done, you decided to throw out something that you never did. You said that you started a fight when no one ever heard you. You were always quiet. And whenever you were on camera, you never had anything else to say. You never posted up.
You were you not there when I called Sean and DeAndre sheep?
But I'm pretty sure we all did that.
What do you mean by y'all?
Call when, I mean, you're more of a sheep than DeAndre was. He owned up to what he did.
Okay, but you're saying I didn't start anything.
You didn't. You were in a house chat and you just talked nonstop trying to get your 2 cents in while Mimi and Jay were going at it. So my question is, was that really your
me
fight?
and Jay went at it
I'm still
after
confused.
me, DeAndre, Jay, and
But
Carlos
they were
said that
still
she
going
would blow
back
up.
back at each other. So I'm still
Thank
like, what
you,
did
Colin.
you do? Because I can't wait to watch it again and just go, wow. Maddie was in this season. I never knew that. And then find out at the end, oh wait, Anthony was in it too? Shit. Like, okay. You're good now.
Okay, I did cause arguments, like I said, I was the one who called out DeAndre and them.
You didn't
and
call me
obviously-
out.
Okay, well, I called you a sheep, and you took the
Because
bait,
I did
so
more things than you. What did you do? Now we're at the reunion. What did you do?
What did you do?
What did I do? I've done a lot actually in this game. Because half
Alright,
the
can't wait
moves
to watch
that
the
those
episodes.
two that was in the end were claiming, they weren't even theirs. But go ahead, continue.
Oh, can you pull them out though?
Can I what?
Yeah.
Can I what?
Andy,
Pull out the receipt.
Yeah, I
What?
kind of want to know what moves they was.
Andy.
Oh, and by the way, DeAndre, quick, just a little side comment here.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want you to think like I hate you or anything. I love you. It was nice meeting you, and I hope we remain friends, obviously. But you do realize if you were next to Carlos, you would have won by a unanimous vote. Like, you realize that?
All right. Okay. Let me just clear this up why we're here talking about
And that's
it now.
not being mean.
No.
That's not me being mean. It's just the fact that you took out Alicia when you could have taken out Sean as a big move, first off, since he was a big target. And then second off, no offense to Alicia, I love her to death, but she has that slow internet that she says she has. She doesn't have a computer. So she would not have been a threat in a competition.
Colin, at the end of the day, then it would have been my move, but he would have taken it anyway.
But
and, like,
wait,
said
wait,
that it was
wait,
his,
wait,
like, most
listen,
of the other
listen.
moves.
Okay, cool. Colin, the reason why I sent home Alicia over Sean was because Carlos was like, okay, here, I'm giving you the idol, but I'm voting
And you
you
wanted to
out.
make your own move?
No, wait. He was like, but I'm voting you
For
out.
one.
And I'm thinking, shut up. You didn't even. Okay, I'll address that later. But he was like, but you got to vote out Sean. And I was like, why? But he's voting with Sean, but you want me to vote out Sean to do your dirty work. Like, I didn't want to be the person doing Carlos' dirty work.
You did it the whole
And
season.
then,
Why not?
no, I didn't. You were the puppet behind me. So stop trying to act like you were
I
running the
think we were
game.
playing that. Oh shit.
Anyways, so the reason
That was
why I
fun,
did Alicia over Sean was because I thought, obviously I thought wrong. I thought Sean would take me over Carlos and I can beat Sean at the end because I knew if it was me, Alicia, and Carlos that I wasn't gonna beat Carlos and I was gonna go to the end and get third place again. So I just thought that would be an easier challenge to just take Sean, he knock Carlos out and take me, and then I can win with my speech. But that didn't happen. So.
Anyway, DeAndre, can you tell me, DeAndre, based on your like, I respect it and everything, but tell me like list your moves. So I want to see like.
Okay, so when you were like, oh well, I didn't want Maddie to go home, and then you were like, but I wanted James to stay. You didn't even want James to go home the week he went home. I was the one that was
David, when are
campaigning
you
for
posting
James.
the DRs? Because I want them. So
Okay.
you can see it.
But I'm just saying, you told me when we were doing the vote for James, you're like, no, I don't think we should do James. I think we should do Christian. I think we should do Christian. I was like, no, we're going to do James. And I rallied all the votes up to get James out. And then on top of that, you didn't have anything to do with Estefana going home. That was all me. And I talked to Estefana about that. Like, it was multiple moves. Like, John, like, I'm not trying to say I fully got John out, but was the swing vote. Like, if I would have voted with the vets, then.
So you would have voted me out.
Yeah,
right?
I would have voted you out, but
then I had an idol, so I would have played on myself. John would have still gone out. Like everything.
That you wouldn't have had because of Jay. But then again, you're fine. You got my vote, Carlos. Go again. Continue. Sorry.
When I came into this game, I gave people two options, and I said it in the DR. I wanted either Maddie home first or Sean go home first. And I talked to Reggie about this. I said, listen, I'm giving you two options because Reggie and I were cool like that, so I was able to talk to him like that. I said, I'm giving you two options. Maddie or Reggie, or Sean, I don't care who, but pick one. And he picked Sean to stay. So I was like, all right, get James, talk to James because I didn't want the blood on me. I knew I was going to be a target in this game regardless, so I didn't want to start being a target. That's why I let Reggie do the talking. And I said it in my DR. I'm telling Reggie to do all the talking because if this shit goes crazy, everything's getting blamed on Reggie, not me. So I was telling people, I was giving people, I would keep going between two people who I didn't care who won. I picked my two people who I was targeting. I was like, I didn't care who won out of those two. And I let you guys all decide because at the end of the day, as long as one of those two went, I didn't care. And it wouldn't, if something went down, like a fight went everything, it wasn't going, I could have defended myself and said, listen, I wasn't the person that said the name. And then when it comes to merch, don't act like it took me like 2 days talking to every single newbies. And Alicia's there, Sean's there, breaking them in GH. Like, guys, we have to stick together. And like talking to them, like, we use Jay as a number because they were all into targeting Jay, and they were all into going with the vets and targeting Jay. And I was the person that, no, guys, we got to stick together because this is the last time we have the numbers. So as long as one of the vets, except for Mimi, went home, I didn't care who. And my two targets were Colin and John, and I kept telling you, like, oh, one of them have the idol, so we have to go to the other one. But I knew that Jay had the idol, so I knew that none of them had the idol. So at the end of the day, I was like, no, we had to go big or go home because.
Wait,
if not,
Carlos, didn't you say during one of your speeches that you didn't even know he had them for until he gave you one of them? You said you didn't even know he had one.
He gave me that one that same night.
Yeah, but you just in your speeches you said you didn't know he had them, and I'm guessing that meant you didn't know about one.
I didn't
but
know
now
he
you just
had
said that you knew he had them.
No, I didn't
So
know
now
he
you're,
had them in the.
after a whole vote.
No.
But I mean, it's still fine.
I said I didn't know he had them when we split the votes between Mimi and Stefana. That's when I didn't know Jay had them. After that, I knew Jay had the idols.
Okay.
And that's why we split the votes, because I didn't know who had the idols. So I thought Mimi had the idol because Mimi had clues.
Okay. Okay, and that was the one where Jay went at Mimi saying she had the idol and everyone
Yes,
believed it or
yes.
whatever.
Right.
Okay.
And I thought I immediately I thought that she had it because me and her got some clues before anybody else.
Okay. You know, and I even should have thought about that too, about the whole DR reward thing, because when Jay kept on getting all the clues, you know, I should have been like, oh, he probably had a lot of DRs.
By the way, if I won the DR award, I got one clue this whole game, and that was from the tribal. Shouldn't I have gotten a clue when everyone was getting into these clues from the DRs? I am so confused where happened to that one.
You probably did you not send in enough or something? Or
I sent
Probably
it.
didn't send them at the right time. By the time he sent them, the items were being found.
Yeah.
John, by the time you started DRing a lot, it was already like final 8 or 9, and all the idols were already used up. And you guys,
Oh, that makes sense.
I wasn't gonna.
Because I didn't know the video confessional thing until this game. I learned a lot in this game about these games that I didn't know before. So that was kind of a fun learning experience. After 3 years of playing, and I'm learning more still, like it's...
You've been playing for 3... I didn't know that. I thought...
Yeah, because you both told me, oh, you're the only legit newbie here. No. Mimi, Jay, and I all start at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't just gonna add another idol just because you guys wanted to DR.
I
No,
thought
that's
of
fine.
newbies as in the sense of, well, some were
Because you guys had your chance to DR, but you didn't want to do it until it was over, until there was no more.
newbies in here were just people that hadn't played DDBB.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the newbies was about. People haven't played DD.
Yeah.
It wasn't new to
But
the
some
community
were like.
like that. Because Alicia's not new. Leandra's not new. Sean, you're not new.
Mm-mm.
I've played David back in the day, even.
Yeah. Who else do we have to get to?
Can I get some props for finding every single idol this season?
Okay.
Wait, can I get like
That's
a timeline
true.
of when Jay found the idols? Because I'm still
Okay,
looking.
the merge one was the night that.
Okay, let me tell you, Jay
Immediately.
found Jay found the first idol. Did you find it on the third clue, Jay?
I found it on the I think it was episode 1.
Yeah, and then he tried to take Kucha's idol, and I said no.
Yeah, because he was like, you're not on that tribe. So when I got transferred to that tribe, I could find that
What
out.
happened? He ended up on Kucha, so he got the idol from Kucha because they were the same password.
Yeah.
Because he knew exactly where to look. And then the third one was he guessed on.
The first clue.
It was a
I
record,
found it too, but by the time I found it,
and it
he
was,
had it already.
I found it within the hour of it coming out. Well, I think not even an hour. Like,
Jay, you told me it was your second guess. The password was Terry Dietz.
It was one of my first ones because I was in a GH with Mimi.
it was because I looked up like everybody that's ever found a mini idol, and I just did it by list, and there was like the first guy was like Gary Boostman or something. That didn't work, and I had Terry Dietz. It was like a semi so.
I just went to season 12 since you said that Idol was for season 12 or whatever, and you said you just watched season 12, and then I also realized he was on season 31, so I was like, oh my, so then I tried it, and I was in a GH with Mimi, and I was like so mad when I found out it was already...
The password for the two tribes was winner winner chicken dinner.
Yep, I got that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there was also a clue in the profile pictures, which I guess none of you guys saw.
No, I saw that, but I don't get it. Where was that? How was that?
Wait, there's a clue in the profile.
When she finds the idol, she says something about killing a chicken or something, and then she's all, well, I guess winner winner chicken dinner. So that's why I did it.
Yeah.
21. The clue was blackjack. The movie 21.
Did you think when I was going into that episode where Joe found that idol thing, were you laughing at me?
I don't know. You guys are crazy.
Because
I guess you have to upload the episodes tonight.
Like, oh my god, it's day 21 when Joe found that idol in that soda bottle, and then that Mike Hollingway or whatever guy found the idol. I was going in on that clue 21.
Maybe the same night that like you and I were like just randomly putting in password and like for like an hour straight.
Yeah.
Then they the same night is like, hey, let me tell you something. I had the item. Like, but I just spent like 2 hours trying to
Oh,
get a fucking account with Mimi.
when I finally figured it out or whatever, and I realized when I saw the idol that it wasn't the idol, I was so annoyed by the choice of like Jay. I was literally saying this in my DR, like that's not the idol. Doesn't say anything on it. I literally Googled hidden immunity idol and it was like the 5th picture. I was like, no thought went into that. Like I was so pissed. I was like, oh my god, no. So I put the picture of that Dave Chappelle or whatever. I put that picture in there.
So David, by
But I
when
knew
did the
you thought
episode
I knew
come?
that you had to think that I probably thought I had the idol. But
No, by that time I already knew that you didn't have him. Like as soon as we split the
yeah,
votes and
no,
you
I
didn't
know.
use it, I
I
knew you
think
were gonna
Jay
have it.
probably thought that I thought his fake idol was real, and that's why y'all were all like, because he was so persistent. Like she has to have it. Like he thought. I think he thought I really thought I had it, but I never know.
Dude, I remember that because like they kept saying like, "Oh, Mimi has the eye, Mimi has the,"
And
and
I
then like
wanted to
when it
tell
was
you, Carlos, that I found a fake one, but we didn't know each other that well then. So I thought
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I have the fake one, and he's gonna be like, "You're lying." You know, like I thought you wouldn't believe me that I
No,
thought
I
it
knew
was
Jay
fake.
had it because like I made a DR about it. As soon as I talked to him in GH, I was like, this kid has the idol.
Yeah. Well, then I could have just told you I found the fake one, and you would have known I was telling the truth.
Yeah.
But I was like, and then John, when he came out, when we merged or whatever, and he was wondering about his fake idol, I was like, it's definitely fake because I found the same picture and it's fake.
I mean, I feel like I wish like it wasn't so obvious to tell who had the idol and whatnot.
Mhm.
It wouldn't have been if you didn't make it so obvious.
No, I didn't make it. I didn't try to make it obvious.
Well, like when you GH'd me, like it was pretty obvious.
Yeah, but still, like everybody was still like, when the merge came and everything, like it's obvious
Oh,
who
yeah.
found the idol. So, like,
Yeah.
like if it was like real Survivor, like you can't tell who has the idol.
Right.
Yes.
David, post the fan favorite poll. I want to see who was like also voted for and stuff.
I want to see these episodes.
Same.
I know, I'm so excited.
Alright, if I said anything mean about anybody, I was not serious.
And did you say anything?
Same.
I'm trying to
Guys,
think.
I
But, I
honestly
mean, I
don't
said something
remember.
bad about Jay. I think.
I didn't say anything mean,
I
but I
had
think
a
I probably
few,
was
but I
annoyed at
never
one
did
point and was just kind of annoyed with Jay. But I did never like. Well,
I cursed some
you
people
know I
out in
love
one
you,
of
Jay.
mine.
Well, Anthony, we know.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
I was one of mine. I was annoyed at Anthony. I was like, Anthony, I wish you were a target in this game so I could take you out.
Oh my
But
God.
you're not, so I'm gonna let you here. Oh, I can't see you. Hold on.
Yeah, I think I was crazy, and I don't know what exactly I may or may not have said. So sorry if I offend anyone.
You just mainly made me mad when you were cocky. I think that's the only time I was fully mad at you.
Yeah.
115. Wow.
Yeah,
thank
and,
you.
and as I said, Colin, like honestly, I wasn't even thinking at the time as it being cocky. Like I was just like playing up like the act because I'm not that way. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
and when because you tweeted something right after that, I was like, oh shit, I think I like screwed up. You know what I mean?
Like, I want to sleep here.
Yeah.
No better. Yes, you can.
Anyway, all the problems are solved.
Yeah, you're like, I'll sleep with better.
Anthony, so who would you say was your best friend this season?
Tell me no.
Ooh.
Your best friend was your biggest enemy at the same time because he just called you out.
Who, Colin? Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Me and Anthony were really close in this.
I
game.
knew. I was like,
Yes.
I like right at merge, and even after swap, me and him were really close. So, and I knew that if it had to be like, I mean, I didn't really say this to him, but I knew that if it had to be one of us that goes, because
It
Reggie
would've-
was trying so hard, I knew that me and Anthony were just gonna straight up vote John to go, because I mean, me and him were just
Yeah,
that close, and he wasn't
exactly.
in that 5-person alliance. That was fake because Mimi decided to, not get to know me. So,
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. What'd I do?
excuse you. Yeah, that's all.
Wait, you mean in the beginning of the game?
Yes, girl.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yo,
I
and-
know. That was my stupid fault. In the beginning of the game, I went in so close-minded, like I saw the cast and I was like, okay, Jay and John, they're all I'm gonna
And that's what you
playing
said to
with
me like
because
on
that's
day one. You were like, I really am good with John and Jay.
mhm.
I was like, whatever.
Well, the way the tribes were split, like I knew Alicia and DeAndre and Sean, and I felt good with them. They were on the other side, and then all I knew was Jay and did I say that right? Yeah, Jay and John over here. So I'm thinking, okay, I normally don't ever work with Jay, and John and I had like a little once, not really, like just kind of on a level of we talked and just didn't really like bullshit each other really. But in that game, he was always after me anyway. But in my mind, I was thinking, I know how we're being looked at, like me, Jay, and John, like from the cast and from people outside of the game, because people in the game kept even saying that they were told, like, we were good players, get us out, blah, blah, blah. So I thought, well,
Yeah.
surely they know, like, we need to stick together. Like, I truly still think, had we stuck together, I think we could have, done whatever really well. But in my mind, I was just thinking that, like, I have to stick with them. And then I thought that the newbies, when I say newbies in the sense
What's
of
up?
it's just
The
everyone I
tribes.
didn't know, I thought y'all all knew each other. Like I was just, I don't know why I was thinking that. I thought y'all all played the fast games and all just, were friends and stuff. But when I learned very quickly that Colin, you weren't gonna go with them, I changed my whole, attitude about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really
I'm
did.
about to tweet my DRs. Like the ones that I wrote because the videos are in the emphasis. I didn't know about videos until like later on. I was writing about
Carlos,
it.
did you have like your notes?
Huh?
Did you have notes?
What do you mean?
Like day-to-day notes?
Yeah. Well, Antoine and I went through the notes and he helped me memorize them.
Okay. Yeah, because I think he told me something like you
He
didn't
told you?
understand.
He what?
What?
He told you?
Well, I was already voted out. It was that night, or
What
maybe
did
it
he
was the
tell
night
you?
after. We were in a Black Wise chat, and then I think Stephanie even said something when we were in a GH that she asked, and you didn't have notes down or something like that.
Yeah, because I didn't know how to take notes. So like two days before the challenge, like I was like, help me, like test me, because I'm the type of person that I only learn by when people test me. So I asked him to test me.
Is David still in here? Oh, of course he is.
Let me see if I could tweet this shit out. Oh, I wish I could have the dates and this stuff. I don't have dates.
This is a boring reunion.
Yeah, I tweeted that there were gonna be fireworks and shit.
Well, make it happen, Anthony. Go off on everybody that went for you this whole season.
I'm over it at this point. Like,
Fine.
I was the worst
Do it for
liar.
the
I think
fans. Do it
Anthony.
for the fans,
Who was the worst liar, Anthony or myself?
probably Jay, because he kept trying to say he didn't have the immunity idol. We all knew he did.
That's fine. I lied a lot. Actually, I didn't lie that much. I lied about my idol. I didn't lie about anything else.
You just want to see the episode.
I know. I think that's where everyone's sitting.
I didn't lie to a single person until like Final 7. It sucks. Should have played it.
Wait, so after who left would you say you started lying?
After Jay left.
Oh, well, I think you started lying pre that because
Yo,
Yeah, you lied before that.
yeah, because you just straight up said that you knew that Jay was using the idol to get Mimi out, and you
No.
told me you had no idea and you were surprised, so that's a lie. And that's pre Jay leaving.
Yeah, and
little
also,
lies like
Carlos,
that.
you had told
Yeah, but
me,
that's a
you had told
secret,
me
though. You're
multiple
not-
times
that's
you
not
didn't know
lying
Jay
about
had
it.
the idols.
What?
You told me multiple times, even before Mimi left. I think it was the night John left because I talked to you, and I said, "What happened?" or whatever, and then you said, "Well, I don't know," and I was like, "Okay, well, Jay has the idols," and you're like, "I don't think Jay has the idols," so you were lying then.
Wait,
I mean, That little lie is like
No, that's a lie.
That's a
So
secret. That's a
you
secret.
lied.
But I have a
You
question for like everybody. I think everybody's here. Yeah. If it was me and Colin, like I guess the votes were read wrong. But if it went to tie, who would you guys have kept?
If who?
We didn't understand a word you said.
Like if
If
it
you
was like if it was still like you know how David read the
Oh,
votes
yeah.
wrong.
If it was a tie between me and myself.
Like who would you guys have kept?
I would have sent home.
What?
I
I
probably would've
honestly
voted
would have
out
sent
Jay.
home Jay. Well,
He
I would
had
have sent you
what do you guys-
home, but then I
even though he
mean,
had the idol.
if you did have what?
Even though he had the idol.
Oh, well, if he had the idol, then it wouldn't matter because we would have voted for him, and then he would have had to use that idol. We would have just split it
I don't
again.
think I told him not to use it. So
I know,
can.
but if okay, so we had to go do a revote. Remember? And you said
right.
don't use it. We would have revoted, and then we would have still split it again.
Why is Sugoro?
So he would have flushed that idol, and then you would have gone home.
No, at that point it would have been rocks, and both of us would have been saved. Yeah, we should have done that, Jay.
Shout out to Corey. Shout out to Corey.
Well, I mean the vote. Wait, no, hold on.
Don't even
That
don't
was
even
that
bring
was
that thing in here.
Mimi was. Oh, okay, hold on. So how many was that?
The
7,
fast game community probably like mad as hell that I won.
5,
Like
3, 2. No. No. It would have never gone to rocks because then it was 3-3-1 or whatever because it was 7. It would have been 3 Carlos, 2 Jay. Carlos would have had to use that idol.
He wasn't gonna use it.
What?
I wouldn't have used it. I would have gone home.
Then you would have gone home with an idol. So then we still flushed an idol.
Right.
So either way, it wouldn't have mattered. Not this
What?
fast
What?
talker up in here.
Hello.
That first boot up in here.
Y'all, leave me alone.
Girl, you and Carlos can go in your own little GH. I ain't for it right now.
Oh my God, I fucked
Oh
up.
no.
I'll help you guys out.
Anthony,
Hey, Carlos, why didn't you dress
Anthony?
up for your finale?
Okay, now the fireworks can begin. Estefan, Jay out.
Okay, yeah, okay. So I just wanna know from when I was like that day I was voted out. Like Jay, why'd you flip?
I wasn't even trying to get you.
I miss you.
No, okay.
Why wouldn't he
So
flip to
okay,
me
this is what
versus
I
you?
heard, Jay. This is what I heard that you told people that okay, you were gonna vote out Mimi, but then you went to other people and you're like, let's just do Estefana. Like, what the
No,
hell?
that's a lie. That's a lie. He wanted to meet me out 100%.
Yeah,
Okay,
100%.
okay, Jen, what the fuck, Jay, if you wanted Mimi out, why didn't you tell me?
Stefano, you're a rat.
No, Carlos, I'm asking Jay.
Ooh, I have a question for Jay too.
Yeah,
You're
Jay,
with her.
why didn't you tell me that you wanted Mimi out? If you would
What?
have told me that majority was to take out Mimi, then
The
like
majority
you
wasn't there. It was supposed to
What?
split votes. DeAndre, you gotta blame DeAndre for that. That's not my fault.
It's because, like, supposedly Carlos was gonna vote out Mimi. I told Mimi. Mimi told Carlos. Carlos told me. And then that's when, like, I know Carlos, like, voted me out.
No,
DeAndre voted
wait.
me out.
The day of the day we were going to tribal with you when you were on tribal with us, you said something about Carlos voting Mimi out, but Carlos said he never said that.
Oh, that's BS. Carlos did tell me. We were in a
No,
GA.
I said Mimi had an
No.
idol. I didn't say
No,
I wanted
Carlos,
her.
you didn't say that. I asked you, oh, Carlos, like, who are you thinking? Because I was feeding Carlos bullshit that I was happy to be in the same tribe with him, and
See,
right,
Estefan,
too.
I think that's where you messed up because we went back on GH. It was me, Carlos, and Mimi, and I was like, Carlos, did you say that? And he was like, no, I never said that.
No, yeah, like Carlos did say that. He's
I
like,
didn't.
oh, let's take out Mimi, and then I told Mimi.
I was
right
very
away, I told
careful with the
Mimi.
words I used.
No, Carlos, Carlos, you weren't careful that time. You told me that you wanted Mimi.
I said Mimi had an idol.
No, you told me that, but you also told me that you wanted out Mimi, so that's why, like.
Oh,
that's-
the puppy left.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
You just had to take the bullet that day.
Yeah.
Don't be saying I'm dangerous next time.
Man, I was so pissed. You would have just told me, like, you know.
Why would I tell you?
Because honestly, Jay, like, I know, like, I don't know if the votes were gonna be tied. Like, if you would have just said, "Oh, I'm not voting out Carlos," then you know.
Yeah, but you were. It was. I think it was a good one with me, you, and Carlos, and then you. You were like saying some BS in there. You were just telling me everything then. Like whatever he was saying. So
Yeah, well, the only thing I told Mimi is that he wanted her out, because that's what he said. That's all I
That's
told
not what I
Mimi.
said.
And all I did was
Uh-huh.
had to go make sure that that wasn't gonna happen.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
And I went home. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Carlos.
Wait,
Thank you,
whose
thank you.
DRs are those,
Oh
Carlos?
God.
Mine.
John, put some
Carlos
heart
is-
Oh,
on
those are like pre.
I'm looking for my name.
started.
I want to see if you said anything
No,
about me.
I don't think you were in there. Those are pre-swap or like
Then I don't
the
care.
first
Those are
or two.
irrelevant to me.
Uh-huh.
What is Sean doing?
I was the person that told.
Oh my goodness.
I was the person that told James to call out Alicia.
Oh my god, I remember that night, Carlos, because we were hyping it up. We were telling them, we were like, oh, Alicia said this, Alicia said that. Jay's like, I'm gonna call her out. Yelling GH.
I was like, if you want to stay in this game, call her out.
And then he was like,
I told someone else to call someone else out. Who was it?
you told Kristen to call out Reggie, remember?
Oh yeah.
the fuck is this Corey person?
He hates me. What is he
I
saying
know. I'm
about
about
me?
to like have to really talk them out of this game.
What is he saying? He needs to like. He's so obsessed with me.
He told me, hold on, what did he say?
Oh, he's obsessed with you. Okay, I'll stop then. I thought I didn't know what I thought.
He's like going hardcore in. I'm not even following this guy.
He like campaigning against me. He wasn't even watching the game. He always does that, dude. He tries to make me lose at the very game. Bro, my haters, man.
Love it.
Sean didn't have to rely on immunity idols, immunity necklace about to the end, and didn't treat people like. I never treated anybody like trash.
I know. That's what I was about to say, but I guess that person hates you, so whatever.
If you're a huge threat target, you're doing something wrong with your social game.
That I do kind of agree with that point, though, Carlo.
Oh, mine? Oh no, he's talking to Mimi, by the way. And my social game wasn't as bad as people thought.
No, not at all.
No, I give you credit for your social game.
Wait, what did Maddie do?
Who?
When?
Yeah, I was
I
going
don't
to ask the
know.
same
She
thing.
said
'cause
that
'cause-
her,
yeah,
like-
she was like, sorry. What'd she do?
To who?
Guys, I just fed my fishy.
Oh, someone tweeted the end. Oh wait, she said, "Oh, that happens to you when you're minions for Carlos the whole season."
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Quick question, David.
What?
What did Maddie do?
What do you mean?
She says that you're mad at her.
I think he's busy. I think she tried to message you or something. He didn't reply.
I don't know. Someone sent that poor girl a link.
Oh, yeah. My bad. I'm just seeing that. I wasn't checking. I get so many notifications. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, she can come in. Is there room? or-
What did she do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh wait, and all of y'all, especially those who are watching, should all go apply to my game. I'll tweet it out right now. Just giving myself a little promo.
God.
It's gonna start in early March. That's what I've decided.
Come on, man.
So what are we?
I was going to say, I need a break if I apply.
Well, yeah, that's why you got this entire month.
Colin, so how's it gonna be? Like,
What do you mean, girl?
is it gonna be fun? Is it gonna be fun?
No, hun. It's gonna be a boring, stale game where.
Is it
no
gonna
one
be
has
like a
fun.
game where you like just stress out about it?
I mean,
Or-
Estefana, knowing you, yeah, you're gonna be stressed out. But to everyone
Is there a
else,
season
I
where
mean,
Estefana isn't stressed out?
What?
Is there a season where you're not stressed out?
It's cause like I get so like I because I mean I have a reputation where I feel like just everyone just wants me out like all the time, so I'm like that's why I'm like I
Girl,
try.
you got yourself out this season. You
I
just have to
mean,
be quiet.
It's because
Look
I was,
good.
you know what? I was loyal to my alliance member, and so I mean, when I'm loyal to someone, I'm like with them.
You're
100%.
loyal to everybody.
No, I was loyal to only Mimi and John, and a little bit of Jay, but Jay, no.
You weren't loyal to Jay. You were loyal to his
I
look.
was loyal to y'all too. Had I known from the start of the game that Jay even knew Carlos, oh, trust me, It would have been a completely different.
And I'll let you guys in
count
on a
on that.
secret. I'll let you guys on a secret. One night I was drunk, and I entered a Google Hangout with Estefana and Carlos and Jay. And Jay and Carlos were going at it. They were fighting with each other.
Oh yeah.
So
They made a final two if they both made it into the game. That they would remain loyal. I don't know, like, because
I
at
would
one point
honestly-
in your DRs, Carlos, you said that you'd get rid of Jay at a certain
No,
point.
that was at the beginning of the game. Like at first, I was like, you know what? I know he's not gonna take me, and I'm not gonna take him.
Yeah, that
So I
was
was
in
like,
the beginning DRs, like one of your first or second DRs.
yeah, I was like, I have to cut him at a certain point if I want to win. But then
Yeah.
when he started telling me that, oh, I have the idols, when he even gave me the first idol, I was like, nah, man. Now at this point, I just gotta make sure my game is better than him, so because I want to
Exactly.
get at the end with him.
Then Jay
Yeah.
tried to give his idol one night when he was drunk to you, which ended up going to you anyways, because I think that was the next tribal.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that. I promised I'd give him my idol anyways, because
I don't get what I don't get is, look, you have two idols at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
You use one on Colin, so Mimi goes home.
That was the worst mistake, though.
No,
Yeah,
this is my reason for that.
Listen, Jay. If you wait and just let Colin go home next, like he was going to, right?
Yeah.
Then you have an idol to use for yourself if you don't win immunity, and you have an idol for Carlos to use at the same time.
Right. I told him that.
Yeah, but
No, I wouldn't have been able to be an icon if I wasn't there. So
Yeah, but then one of you guys could have won immunity.
Yeah,
and-
my reasoning for that was because I was kind of intoxicated. It wasn't like a decision that I made consciously, but my reasoning for that was because I thought Mimi, Alicia, DeAndre, and Anthony would have been in alliance going for it. I didn't think that Colin would get close with DeAndre and stuff. Like it was pretty unexpected.
Shout out to Colin.
I think me and
Why
DeAndre
did
were
you want
close
me
like
out
at
so badly,
first, but
like,
he still
from day
lied to
one?
me.
It wasn't just you. I mean, it wasn't like personal. I just wanted you and John out.
Oh
from the game.
no! I know. No, don't get me wrong. I know it wasn't personal. I know you're not like, oh my god, I hate Mimi. She has to go. I just feel like, I don't know. Like you really wanted me out. Like it's just. I
mean, it was the same thing for John. I mean, you guys are good players.
And I told Jay, I was like, Jay, like, man,
Yeah.
Colin had just had a conversation with me. He told me I acted like I was against Jay,
Yeah, I know. It was,
and I was like,
was
Jay, don't do it, man.
It's whatever. I mean, even if I stayed, I would not have gone to the end.
But see, that's another thing I wanted to bring up, Carlos, because I never mentioned Jay's name until you said it first. So even if
What?
you were lying, I didn't want to say, oh no, but I like Jay, because then I didn't know if I was going to be against you.
Right, but you still said it, so I told him that you
Yeah,
said it.
because
though, and you were-
at first I was lying because I really did want to work with Jay, and I even said it in my DRs after Estefana went home, and after John went home. I was still hoping I could get close to Jay. Like I said it in my DRs, and I was like, I don't think it's gonna happen, but I wish you would just like. I hope he's still with me.
Wait,
So-
Colin, why didn't you work with him after he used the idol?
Oh, because it was already Final 6 or Final 7.
Final
I
7.
knew I couldn't get with him all the way to the end. What? No. I'm sorry. I needed his ass gone. No offense.
But do you think that if you had worked with Jay and Carlos, that
No.
3 would have been different?
No.
Yeah, it would have. It would have.
Hey,
I was
Colin,
up
I have
for
a
it.
question.
Estefana.
Why? Okay, so you and Anthony are like always close. Like you guys were like really close in this game.
Anthony and Carlos, Anthony and Colin hated each other coming into the game.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, I almost quit.
I know that. But the thing is that why is it that like right after y'all's games ends, like y'all hate each other? Like why?
Well, okay, so no, the first one was DDBB 7, and I was extremely bitter after that because I knew how the next few weeks were gonna play out, and that was Stephanie and Kevin go home, and then Antoine
Yeah,
goes
I
home, and I
know.
told them that multiple times. If you vote me out, you guys are gonna go next. And then the fact that Anthony just acted like he wanted to get me out in the first hand when
Well, episodes
when
are
I know
outside.
he didn't. So that
Uh-huh.
was like that's why I was pissed after the game. So I was really bitter.
Oh my god, he posted the episodes!
Oh my god. Okay.
You're not watching
Get
right
out,
now.
little girl.
Watch them later.
Okay, so
Okay.
then
And the reunion.
then Jay's Survivor game, I had personal things going on, and then the whole thing about Anthony basically saying that he's the reason I ran out of the game was just a false thing. Even though I said that, I just wanted to give people, like, I didn't want to tell people why I left and why I quit.
Yeah.
So I left for that reason, and then you know, he just kept on saying shit, so I blocked him again, and I was just so tired of it. And then this game, like, I was legit, I was like, let's just clear our beef, like, I don't care, like let's just move on, because you and me could make it far. Like, no one would see it, everyone would think we're gonna be pissed off at each other again.
I saw some things like before.
Like,
do that.
honestly, Colin, like,
I knew
we saw it.
Well, I mean, either way, it doesn't matter, because, like,
Yeah.
no one still went for me until Final 6, when I was the biggest target in the game. Like, Carlos, I mean, everyone agrees with that. Like, I was the biggest target. If I didn't go, I could have been in the end. And I
Nobody wanted you out though, other than Anthony, because you flipped on him though.
I never
Yeah,
flipped on
I wasn't
Anthony.
really. I didn't want you to go home.
No, yeah, Anthony and Alicia they weren't after you. The only person that was after you was Anthony. And I
But I
didn't
never flipped on him. The reason he went after me, Carlos, was because I was the biggest target. That was the whole
to
thing.
him only, not to anybody else.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Like the only reason why I got you out was because you just like I felt like you would be with me one moment and the next moment you would be like trying to.
Well, I told
blindside
you
me.
what would happen. I wanted you, my honest opinion, I wanted DeAndre and Alicia in Final 3, but if you kept me safe that night, I wanted you and DeAndre
Yeah,
in
see that night I thought we were good. Like we had that conversation with DH.
But
I
that's
was like,
what
yeah.
I wanted. Like, I wanted, like, that's me being honest, because it's the end of the game.
Right.
But
Like,
I
I would have
was-
voted Alicia out, and I even told DeAndre, I told you this, I told everyone in this game, if I have to cut Ogakor, I will. Like, I would cut them in a heartbeat. Like, I don't
Yeah.
care.
I mean, at that point I was just not interested in working with people like that. Like I play with people that are gonna be loyal to people, and because I'm a loyal player, so. If you're gonna be loyal, like I see you being loyal to other people, then I'll be loyal to you. But if I see you like working with somebody for 1 second, and the other second you're like going crazy at it, then.
Well, what do you want us to do? Like, if you, because then you're basically saying if no one's with you at the start, you can never talk to him again. That's what you
No,
just said. But see, that's
because-
my thing. Like, I even told you flat out, if you want someone gone, let's just get them gone. I don't care.
But how do I trust you though? Like I couldn't trust you.
Don't. No one can trust anyone, Carlos.
I
That's the whole
trusted
thing.
everybody at a point. Not everybody, but I
Well,
trusted.
you were gonna go home if you didn't have Jay. If you didn't have his idol, you were gonna go
Yeah.
home. You can't trust
You
anyone.
were.
That's my whole point. You could have
I
never
mean-
trusted anyone because no one wanted you there. No one did. If you ask anyone in here, no
I
one
kn-
wanted you in
I
Final 2 because
knew-
they knew they couldn't win against you.
I knew nobody wanted me there. I wasn't like.
Exactly.
I mean,
so
I was
I don't know
loyal, but
why
I'm
you
not
still
stupid.
think like you can't trust anyone because you can't. I couldn't trust anyone.
No, I didn't say that I couldn't trust anybody. I said I couldn't trust you. I trusted a lot of
fine.
people in the game. Maybe that was my downfall. Like, well,
How come you guys didn't want him at Final 2, Colin?
Why did I not what?
Why did you not want him at Final 2?
I would have rather been with Carlos in Final 2 than DeAndre because, one, I knew DeAndre would have given me his vote, and then second, because I don't feel like, to me, being in a Final 2 spot with, like, no offense again to Alicia, you're going to hate me, but if I was in the Final 2 with Alicia, then it would just be an automatic win, and I would feel bad. I just feel like I would just be taking advantage of someone that didn't even, I don't know. To me, I just feel like I'd rather want to lose to someone that deserved it or win because I deserved it.
But you were going back and forth in the jury chat about your vote.
What?
With Carlos and Sean, right?
Robin?
Wait,
you were
wait,
going
say
back,
that
you were
again?
going back and forth with your vote, weren't you?
Yeah, because, okay, so the whole thing was I was going to vote for Sean, and then he said the sentence about he would have still been there no matter what, whoever he was talking to, and that's where my tip-off was. Because I wanted to vote for someone that first, never was blindsided, and then I realized they both never were blindsided that many times. And then second, I wanted to vote for someone that actually fought to be there. And at that point in time, when Sean said that he would have still been there no matter what, that worried me. That was like, sure, you played a flawless game, but you only played socially, in my view, and I just felt like Carlos had social, he had physical and stuff like that.
I respect that. I have a question. I totally missed this. Who would I have had to have been against to stand any chance at winning?
You would have my vote if you were against DeAndre.
But you look better though.
I would have beaten DeAndre?
Yeah, you would have had my vote.
The only way DeAndre would have won is if he was against Alicia. Ever since, if he voted you out, DeAndre had a good shot at winning. So
And
when
that
he
was
voted
my
Alicia
goal.
out, that's when I sent him, I'm disappointed, and I never talked to him again. And my notepad right here, it says, it has like your question, Carlos's question, and then it says DeAndre ... I got nothing. Because I was just so annoyed, because he wouldn't have been able to beat anyone.
Yeah, I was gonna bring DeAndre to the end with me, Carlos, straight up. Sorry, man, but I just
Wait, I knew that, but you said like I don't know. I was gonna bring you because what DeAndre did to me.
and the
Simply,
only
simple.
and this isn't against you or anything. The only reason is because I knew I stood a better chance against DeAndre. Honestly.
No, of course, man. I know. That's why I was telling you to throw it because I knew I had to win it. But
I know, and I knew you were doing that too. I wasn't dumb.
I was taking you because
We have
no
Maddie,
matter what.
Maddie here. What do you have to say, Maddie? What do you think about this season?
Watching this season was very interesting to see, just to see how the game went on after me being sent home. Seeing the whole game, like I still felt like I was just a viewer. Like I did not feel like I was on this season at all, at all. So it was definitely fun to watch the game and to see you all play. Yeah, I have no other comments because I feel like I didn't have a game. I played one competition and that's it.
Why'd you get voted off?
Well, according to Carlos, I was voted out because I wasn't in an alliance with him, and because of that, he didn't know where I was in the game. I had no alliances at all. I was gonna
have to, if you go into a game, you gotta start quick, especially on Twitter. Like in normal, like I feel like in the real life, like games, if you're actually there, you can take a few days, you just gotta stay under. But on Twitter, if you don't talk to anyone, that like Beth, oh my god, can we get Beth up in here? Because I want to attack that bitch.
What I don't understand was the vote was tied, the first tribal between Maddie and James.
Yeah.
And then they went to revote and voted Maddie out, and then the next tribal they went to, they voted James out.
Because I told you that I didn't want a fast game leaving the first.
But did James really benefit to everybody's game as a tribe?
Not in the tribe, but to me, yeah, because
Maddie,
I felt like
what I saw was Maddie was helping. She was there in the Google Hangout helping, right?
right. But I was thinking about numbers.
The reason you guys lost that third time or the second time was because you had James, who was never there.
Yeah, I understand. But I was thinking about like if James would have gone, like let's say the long gamers, I didn't know what was going on, so I didn't know like if the long gamers had an alliance. So they could have just got Reggie and I out. If James would have been the first one, Reggie and I would have been the second one.
Carlos,
invite Reggie in here.
Carlos, are you identifying as a fast gamer in this game?
Yeah, I was because this was my first real long game.
Demonica's.
Well,
That doesn't count.
I know.
Yeah, who knows how Demonica's game went? Like, all I saw was Stephanie was eliminated and then she won.
Girl,
that
I
was
was
Shane
robbed.
that
I
eliminated
was
her.
robbed from that game. I should have won. Ugh.
Here, Demonica owes me $50.
Same.
She
I
still
haven't.
hasn't paid
I
me.
haven't got my prize yet. I'm still.
Okay, well, I can assure that I already have the $25 set aside for my game. So whoever wins, and someone already is getting their money with whoever's helping me. So.
Did Amber ever get her money?
No.
No.
So Demonica is a fraud.
Well, I'm not.
This
So
is live,
y'all
guys.
better all apply.
You give a fuck? What the fuck?
I applied.
Yeah, Maddie, you did apply.
I applied.
Estefan. Oh wait, no, I don't want to say who applied.
It's gonna be hard because I'm gonna be hosting my game while playing your game.
Wait, you said yours is in April, right?
Oh yeah, mine's in April. Never mind. I'm good.
Yeah, so mine's in March, and it should only I already have it all day by day kind of stuff, and it's gonna probably change a little bit. So
My
it's
game.
gonna last 20-something days. What?
My game was iconic. I had 3 people drop out. Right? Just boom, boom, boom.
Oh, because they all
Mike-
walked. Mike V because
Mike-
of Allie.
Mike walked right before he was about to be evicted. Deborah walked because Derek was making comments to her, and she just walked. She was HOH and she
What?
walked.
What kind of comments did he say?
He was
Oh, she
calling
called her
her.
a dumb bitch and some. It was so funny. I
He
was
called
laughing.
her Jake's puppet, and then Elena.
Jake,
She-
damn it.
Jake Savage, yeah.
Oh
He
no.
called Jake a puppet and her a puppet, and then Elena. I found this out. Apparently, Elena didn't quit. Jake went on and quit for her, but she was still okay with quitting. And I'm like,
Are we going off topic here, guys?
Yeah.
We're gonna
Well-
be.
sorry.
Should we just stop it?
We can
I mean,
stop.
I don't-
I want to
we
make
can
a
do
shout
it.
out quick. Sabrina, I love you. Corey, I love you, and I love
Oh. Wait, shout out
Ew.
to
Corey?
Denise. Shout out to
One of my haters.
Brandon. Shout out to Kiana.
But-
Oh my god.
Kaya,
Shout out to
Tiffany,
Sabrina.
One of my haters that
to
I saw
Juanito.
Shout out
It's
to anyone
Corey.
who
All those good
liked
people.
me.
Recording song by.
Everyone apply.
Shout
Hey
out
Antoine,
to
I gotta talk to you. Shout out
Kiana.
to you.